everyone.
Hi, everyone.
How is everyone today? I always ask that, and I really want to know. Leave a comment for us.
Right?
Last time I said it was a rhetorical question. Today it's not.
Right.
Today I want to know. How are you guys today? I don't even know where the questions are. While you were talking, and now I can't remember what it was.
Oh, no.
The format of our channel is always intended to be sort of a Q&A. But we're kind of turning more into maybe a Q&A once a week and then a vlog the other day, which is what you saw on Saturday. So if you liked Saturday's vlog, be sure to give us a thumbs up. But we're still going to do the Q&As.
Right.
Tuesdays will be Q&As. We'll be answering questions from you, our viewers, from you, our audience, our followers on Instagram, on Facebook. We'll be answering all of those questions that we received from you. But Saturdays, we're probably going to do more of a vlog and show you how we apply our wisdom as blended family marriage coaches to our own marriage. So we're so excited about this new format. Thanks for joining us. Let's get straight to the question.
Okay.
Are you ready?
It's always an adventure because I never know what the question is before it's asked. So a lot of flying by the seat of our pants.
Which makes it hilarious, and I don't even know where the questions are. This one comes from Lisa. Lisa, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hi, Lisa. Lisa says, how do you handle jealousy from or to spouse for spending time with their bio child? I struggle with getting frustrated or jealous because I always feel like I'm at the bottom of the important list when husband's son is with us. I know he only sees him either every other weekend or maybe 3 weekends a month, but I feel like it's overboard. It's consistently saying his name, wanting him right there, etc. Such a good question.
That's a really good question. Probably, honestly, a question that a lot of blended families deal with. So thank you, Lisa, for the question.
Yes, thank you, Lisa. We so appreciate it. So we'll try to answer it the best that we can, and hopefully it blesses you in your marriage with your husband and his son. I don't have a lot of information, but I'm willing to wager that this child is between the ages of 7 and 11. Maybe, yeah, between those ages. Those are the ages where you constantly hear the, hey dad, hey dad, hey dad, hey dad, hey dad, hey mom, hey mom, hey mom, which it sounds like is starting to wear on your nerves.
Right.
Rest assured, I don't know how old he is, but rest assured, no matter how old he is, that's a very normal response.
Right.
The child's just curious. The child is craving attention from his father, which is understandable.
Right.
And he's probably craving attention from really anybody that's willing to look at him
Right.
and validate his feelings. Again, totally normal.
Right.
So don't feel like this is unique to you. This child is just being a child.
Right.
I want to encourage you to allow that time. Allow that time. Allow your child to ask a million questions. Allow this child to have that time with his dad, but set some boundaries. For example, I am okay with you, husband, spending the majority of the time with our son the entire weekend. However, we need a bedtime.
Right.
And if I'm true and correct in my age between 7 and 11, 8 o'clock is an appropriate bedtime. Even a little bit earlier is okay.
Right. If
you put him to bed at 7:30, read a book, send him on his way, he can stay up reading for a little while or do whatever and alone in his bedroom. And that will give you and your husband the time to reconnect at the end of the day.
Right.
I can understand that you're probably frustrated because you probably look forward to the weekends when you have one-on-one time with your spouse. And I totally understand that. But you've got to give your spouse and this little boy time to connect. So set those boundaries. Say between the hours of 8 p.m. and 7 a.m., it's a husband and wife time. If you guys have to set an alarm to get up early on Saturday and Sunday morning when you have the child, set an alarm and get up early and spend that time drinking coffee, have breakfast together. Just set those boundaries with your spouse so that he understands, I don't want to take away time from your son, but I still need time during that time as well.
Right.
Have that conversation. That might be a difficult conversation to have. There might be some conflict there.
Right.
I can see that.
Definitely.
Don't come at it as an attack, like you never spend time with me, or I'm always left alone, or don't come at it like that. Say, I want to make sure that our marriage is seen as a priority even when he's here, and this is how I think we can do it. Another suggestion that I have is find something unique for you two to do.
Right.
That is so much fun. Not you two, I'm sorry, you three. The three of you. So husband, the stepchild, and you, Lisa, I'm assuming that you don't have any kids, but if you do, include your kids in this activity as well. Whatever it may be, it is unique to your home. It is unique to your family, and it's unique to you guys as a couple. There's a couple of awesome activities. I don't know where you guys live or what's available to you, but one of the big craves that came out was...
Pokemon thing?
Yes, the Pokemon thing. That was super fun. Geocaching was another one that I've seen recently. That's a lot of fun that you guys can get involved in. Take up a hobby of flying kites or RC racing cars. If I'm right with that age group, there's so many different things you can get involved in that's unique to your weekends. So that way you don't feel like you're not being included. The kid doesn't feel like he's being neglected, and he's getting all of this love and everything poured into him while you're all three learning together. One thing recently that Dwayne's brother actually introduced us to was disc golf. That's something fun that everybody can do. It gets you outside, gives you a little bit of exercise, and that's something special that you guys can do during that time. And it doesn't have to be the same thing every weekend, but it's so easy for that age group to find an obsession. Get there. Get to the point where they can't wait until Saturday because they get to do this with Lisa and Dad. Or they can't wait till this time next week because they get to hang out with Lisa and Dad. And it'll make the time with the child a lot more special. It'll make the time with the child a lot more unique to him and allow him to kind of fit in and feel like he's being involved in things. And it'll shift the focus a little bit from, I need all Dad's attention. I need all Dad's attention. All Dad's attention. To, I'm going to learn this new thing and I'm so excited and I get to hang out and talk about it, and expect that. If I'm right in the age group, this child is going to get obsessed. Like flying kites, just something, anything that'll allow this child to get excited to spend time with you guys and shift the focus from all of Dad's attention. So those are two things that I hope can work. Do you have any other advice?
My advice would be to remember to extend grace.
Yes.
The time that this boy has with his father has already been diminished because of the divorce. So think about it, he's used to, at one point every weekend or every day of the week or whatever, and now that time is cut to, just a few days out of the month. That's the time really you need to extend a little bit of grace. A father does need that time with his son. So have that conversation with them.
I totally agree with Dwayne. Extend grace there. In our families, it feels like we're constantly expected to extend grace, and we are. That's the unique dynamic to a blended family. Nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody knows how to make this ideal. Nobody knows how to make this perfect. So what we need to do is just extend grace to those that are trying their hardest. So extend grace not only to your husband, but to the little boy as well. Another unique dynamic about our blended families is that we don't have the same amount of time. We don't have the same amount of resources, which is what time is, to spend with our kids. I've heard from somewhere, and I've heard it time and time again, but kids spell love T-I-M-E. And unfortunately, in this blended family scenario that you just described, your husband doesn't have as much time to give love to that little boy as he would if he were in a traditional nuclear family. And that's so hard. So make sure that you extend grace there. Maybe you, Lisa, yourself can get involved in something specifically every other Saturday that you can be taken away from the family. So for example, a women's Bible study. Set an ongoing date with a best friend where you guys have coffee every other Saturday morning. Do something that you can look forward to and give Dad and the little boy a little bit of time together. So that way you remove yourself completely from the situation. So you're not feeling neglected if you're with somebody else, if you're with a friend or something else. Or if you want to find a hobby that you want to get involved in. If you can find a running club on Saturday mornings, go to a gym on Saturday mornings, pottery classes, just there's a million things that you can do to get involved in also. So make sure that you do that. I think that if you implement those three things of setting boundaries so that way your husband and you still have the time together, finding something creative for you guys to do as a family as well, the three of you to just pour all of your energy in, spend a couple hours every Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon, whenever you have available, just really getting excited about this thing that you guys do as a family. And number three, find something for yourself. Find something that'll remove you from the situation for a couple of hours every other weekend. If you start implementing those three things, you will see a big shift in the way that not only that your son and husband interact with each other, but how you tolerate it. Oh, and extend grace. That's the biggest thing. But that's the biggest thing that'll change your mind and how you tolerate it. Right. And I know, trust me, I know that this has got to be so frustrating for you. Changes in plans, changes in circumstances, changes in routine is oftentimes for friction. So you're experiencing that every other weekend. You're experiencing a change in routine every other weekend, and that's cause for friction. Right. So that's so important for you to extend grace in this situation so that your mind shifts a little bit to look at the situation from a different perspective. Right. I hope that blessed you, Lisa. I really do. If you guys have any comments or questions or suggestions for Lisa, please put them below. Make sure to like this, share it with a friend, ring the bell, so that way you get notifications every time we post anything. And follow us on all of the social media that was listed before. Those will also be in the comments. I have also developed a PDF that'll help you have hard conversations, do's and don'ts about communication, especially when they're hard. So click in the links in the comment section below, and you guys will get that immediately to your inbox. So goodbye for now. We love you guys.
See you guys.